I think for today's dress, I'm going to be making something highly couture, or couture if you're French. Let me just, this will do. So first, let's get the measuring out of the way. Let me try to remember your measurements. Your 32, 24, 36, correct? Just like most models. Okay. Now, to measure your shoulders, keep very still. Here, keep very still, keep them leveled. Thank you. Okay. Okay. 45-inch shoulders. Very broad for a model, but we always prefer models with good, strong shoulders. We need them to ram the fashion industry by force. Now, let me check the measurements of your neck. So, keep still, keep it very fresh. Fresh, what am I talking about? You're not being put on display as a hunk of meat. Wait a minute. Okay, I'm just going to be measuring your neck. A 32-inch neck all around. Very strong, but that's how we prefer it. Now, I'm going to be measuring your individual arm to know how tight to make the sleeves. I think one arm should do though, so if you wouldn't mind either putting out your right or left arm. Great, thank you. So, I'm gonna go with this arm. Just gonna measure around the bicep area. Okay. So, 26 inches. Very, very strong. Very, very wide. Okay. Now, what else is there to measure? Your waist is 24, so we don't have to measure that. I think those measurements should do. Now I'm just gonna start sketching your couture, highly couture dress. So it's gonna have a turtle neck and then sleeves, of course. And this is going to be a rough dress, or rather a rough sketch. And then I'm going to measure your cranium. For the hat we're going to be making along with your dress. So keep still, Make sure you don't move your head too much. Yeah, keep it very balanced. Thank you. Now, I'm just going to, there we go. So you have a 30-inch head all around. A bit large, a bit on the larger side, not gonna lie. But we'd rather have people with bigger heads than smaller ones, so that way the face is also more viewable from a distance. So there we go. So as you can see, this is going to be the design. If you can see it, there we go. Oh. You're going to be having a nice pointy hat with a dress that fits your measurements. As you know, this line of fashion is going to be going along with the alien, conspiracy theorist line of fashion. This is going to be in design of, or inspiration of, not being mind controlled by higher beings. So, or not being, having other people have any influence in your mind by higher, more intelligent beings. That's kind of the moral of this fashion collection. So, as a result, we're going to be using aluminum foil, as is, the stamp to fighting off any sort of mind control from the extraterrestrial beings that might be out there. And also because the purpose of the aluminum foil, in theory, is that it scatters the electromagnetic something that the aliens might use to, read minds. I'm just going to crinkle up the fabric for a little while. Now that the fabric is crinkled, I'm going to be filling in the sketch design with color. That way it's not just all dark. Yeah, when the fashion designer himself was pitching me the idea, I really didn't care what it was going to be. I was kind of starving, so I had to take any job that I could in order to make ends meet. But I didn't really pay attention to the fullest degree that I should have. But that was sort of the premise. You are wearing aluminum foil for a message. But I swear they get weirder and weirder with every coming year. Okay. Let me just smudge out a little bit of the color. Okay. I'm just gonna put that right there, so that way I have a reference to look back onto when we're making the dress. Now, I'm going to start with making your sleeves. Now my twist. There we go. I'm going to crinkle this up again, because it wasn't as crinkled as before. When you crinkle it up, it has a very nice texture to it. It gives a dynamic, it gives a personality. When you don't, eventually it will get crinkled up anyways, so might as well do it yourself. Okay. So. To wrap around the second sleeve. Is that snug enough? Okay. I don't want to make it too tight. And now for your torso. So, once more, let me just crinkle up the aluminum. Okay. Now it's perfectly crinkled. I'm going to be making your torso. So, stand up straight. Okay. Excellent. And now for your waist going down, the fabric going there. So, once more, I'm going to crinkle up the fabric. And then I'm going to take a sheet from the fabric and put it or sew it or tack it onto the torso. Alright, so now that your dress is almost fully made, I'm going to be working on the turtleneck, and then after the turtleneck, I'm going to be doing your hat. So, elongate your neck, please, like standing straight, and then holding your chin up a little higher. Thank you. Once more, going to wrinkle the fabric. And then I'm going to gather a sheet of fabric from it. And for your okay, excellent. Your dress is all made. It's a shame we don't have a chain to go with that turtleneck sweater, but otherwise you look fabulous. Now we're going to be working on your hat. So once more, I'm going to wrinkle up the fabric, and then this one I'm going to have to cloister it over your head and just keep wrapping, just like all around the circumference of your head. So give me one moment. There we go. Now you're all dressed from top to bottom, so everything is set. So now that you're all ready for the line, I'm just going to send you over to go meet the man behind the scenes, the man behind the plan, and he'll give you the A-OK as to whether or not you're dressed perfectly. If you're not, then he'll send you back, and then I'll give you some touch-ups or just rip up the plans myself and start from scratch. So the door's over there. Simply walk out, turn to the left. There's going to be another door to your left, and that's where the man behind the scenes is. So go pay a visit to him, and then if he likes it, great. If not, come back.